So, do you have trouble stopping yourself from yelling at your kids? Like they'll do something and you'll get super frustrated, and then all of a sudden it's like, why did you do that? And give me 5 minutes. I'm going to give you a strategy that you can practice, which will have you yelling at your kids far less, and you'll actually feel like you have control over the situation. So, hey, if you don't know me, I am Joanne Crone. I'm your no guilt parenting coach. I have helped hundreds of women go from feeling like they're doing everything in their family to not being able to control their emotions to feeling like their kids don't listen to them. And these women now feel like they actually have this great relationship with their kids and they're supported in their homes. I want to get that for you too. That's why I have a freebie to go along with this. It is my circle thinking strategy where I lay out this whole strategy that I'm going to show you. And you can have it nearby so that you can go through it when you like. Okay, you ready? Okay, here we go. Pull the hair out of my mouth. So what the strategy is it's something that you practice after you yell. Because right now when you're yelling, it is so ingrained in habit, like you're not even consciously thinking about it. You are just responding to the situation at hand, and that is how your body is responding to the situation. So we need to change that, right? And so we go after we've yelled. And what I want you to do is right after you yelled, if you have a quiet time, or you can do this later on at night, I want you to think of, okay, I got upset there. What happened to make me upset? So you kind of have to think before what, like, you're yelling. So like, what happened before I got upset? Well, like, I could tell you what happened is like, my kids were complaining about the dinner that I was making, and I was just so tired of all the complaining. You're like, okay, what thoughts were going through my head when they were complaining about dinner? Well, I was thinking that they don't appreciate me. I do all of this work for them and they just don't care. Okay, how did I feel when those thoughts were going through my head? Well, I felt pretty lousy. I felt disrespected. I felt unappreciated. And I felt like pretty much like all the work I did was meaningless. And then if you think about that, your emotions directly impacted your action. So if you're telling yourself, oh my gosh, like I'm meaningless, I'm unappreciated, of course the yelling's going to happen, right? But here's where the magic comes in. I also want you to think, okay, what would have been a more helpful thought in that situation? And you remember my thought before was that they don't appreciate me, they don't appreciate the work I've done. What would be a more helpful one? I could say, you know what, they're kids, they've had a really long day, they're not aware of what they're saying and how it affects me. They have food preferences that really have nothing to do with the work I've done. Okay, there's the thought. What's the feeling from that? Well, I feel more understanding. I feel more patient. I can't control the situation. And then that's it. That's the entire exercise that I want you to do. Now, when you do this, each time you yell, you are going to start realizing patterns in your thoughts and patterns in the things that trigger you. And that is what is going to help you stop yelling in the long run. As soon as you can identify the pattern, just making it like making sure you know it in your mind. That's it. Just identifying it and naming it. Dr. Siegel and Dr. Payne Bryson, who wrote the book Whole Brain Child, they have a phrase that says you've got to name it to tame it. So once you name the thoughts in your head that are causing the yelling, then you'll find the yelling goes away. Now, I have a whole thing to give to you, this whole structure of, it's called circle thinking. Just comment circle below and I will get it to you. And remember, the best mom's a happy mom. Take care of you, and I'll talk to you later.